Hello and thanks again for joining us this week. On Wednesday, we welcomed Governor Wes Moore to Gaithersburg as we celebrated the largest rooftop solar project tied to an affordable multifamily housing project in the county. The Seneca Village Apartments is home to 684 units. It brings renewable energy options to hundreds of families that may have wanted to do this sooner but were unable to. Montgomery County's Green Bank played a crucial role in helping the property obtain the financing needed to make the conversion to solar energy. Property owners received a $5 million Green Bank investment, then spent another $6.4 million to install rooftop solar panels. The energy saving is estimated to be 2.5 million kilowatts annually. The Green Bank is an essential tool in helping all kinds of businesses go green. My recommended FY24 budget includes $20 million to accelerate energy efficiency, renewable energy, and clean energy investments throughout the county. In 2022 alone, the Green Bank helped collaborate on nearly 50 unique transactions, helping 27 homeowners and 19 commercial properties begin their conversion to green energy. Those changes will help an estimated 1,540 households and eliminate about 5,300 metric tons of greenhouse gas emissions yearly. Projects like this one are important. Our governor got an up-close look at how we're looking to save energy, create healthy living and working environments, foster a more resilient economy and environment, and help the county achieve its environmental goals. They also help support Earth Month in Montgomery County. This week we celebrate Earth Day, a pair of Green Fest celebrations. The first one will be Saturday at the Brookside Gardens in Wheaton from 11 to 4 p.m. The celebration will continue in downtown Wheaton on Sunday with Green Fest in the city at Marion Friar Plaza on Reedy Drive from noon to 5 p.m. Green Fest is the largest annual environmental festival in Montgomery County. It is organized each year by a coalition of public, nonprofit, and university partners. Please come out to enjoy the free festivities. For the last few months, the county has been on a heightened awareness when it comes to drug use among school-aged children and young adults. Several forums on the dangers of fentanyl have been hosted for families in the community by MCPS and Montgomery County Goes Purple in response to the increased drug use and overdoses. We've seen hundreds of families and students attend these events, and they're clearly concerned. A monthly look at drug-related issues by Montgomery County's opioid intervention team found a 90% increase from FY22 to FY23 in opioid-related emergency department visits by minors. That jump went from 36 cases last year to 69 cases so far this year, with 2 more months left in the fiscal year. This increase comes as community health professionals are reporting new patterns of drug use in which teens order what they want through social media with little detection until there's a problem. In Montgomery County, police show up to every overdose, whether it's fatal or not. We are one of the few jurisdictions in the state that does this. Police say they've learned through their investigations that young drug users are now commonly asking for pills laced with fentanyl, a dangerous element that not long ago was only accidentally being found in pills, leading to a spike in adult overdoses. Now, they're being produced to appear similar to popular pills like Adderall and Xanax. In 2013, fentanyl was responsible for just over 24 deaths in Maryland. In 2016, it killed more than 1,000 people. By 2020, it was by far the deadliest threat in the drug market, accounting for more than 2,300 deaths in Maryland. So, what are we doing about this? The work's already begun. A combination of education and drug prevention programs led by our opioids intervention team helped us bring down the number of fatal overdoses, mostly among adults, 29% from 2021 to 2022. Some of that can be attributed to the saturation of Narcan as a quick response to most overdose cases. As we continue to receive money from opioid settlements, more money will be devoted to helping adults and minors fight addiction. Programs such as family education, peer-to-peer intervention for active drug users, drug ambassadors program, and mental health help treat the root cause of substance abuse. The settlement money is great, But it's infuriating that the owners, managers of these drug companies knew exactly what they were doing in pumping these drugs into the community, along with the doctors, pharmacies, and pharmacists who facilitated the distribution. Not a single one of these people whose actions led to the deaths of thousands of people are spending a day in jail. So they get to profit personally from all the misery they unleashed, and then they get to go about enjoying their lives as if nothing happened. There's something fundamentally wrong with this equation. It's unjust that they're able to escape accountability. This Saturday will be National Drug Take-Back Day, which is an opportunity for families to safely discard unused and unwanted prescription meds. All 6 Montgomery County Department of Police substation locations have prescription drug disposal boxes set up in the lobby. You can also find safe take-back locations through the Gaithersburg Police Department, Rockville Police Department, and the Tacoma Park Police Department. I encourage you to learn more about our programs, the dangers of fentanyl, and how to become a guardian for your friends and the community. Visit our BeTheOne.org for information about the Montgomery County hotline run by EveryMind that anyone going through a crisis can call, and the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is another resource that allows users to chat or text for help. As the County Council is deliberating my FY24 budget recommendations, I want to thank our community advocates, teachers, parents, labor unions, and residents who understand the value of a good school system for testifying on behalf of MCPS. We're honoring the request of the school system because of the needs we have in our school system today. As we just discussed about our youth dealing with substance misuse disorders, we have a lot of mental health issues, anxieties, as well as learning loss that comes from the pandemic. As a former teacher, I understand that you can't kick the can down the road when it comes to education of children, and every day in the classroom is crucial. I'd like to remind everyone analyzing our budget or weighing in on it that we're only spending 80% of what we used to spend per pupil in 2010. This is happening as other jurisdictions increase their spending on schools. Montgomery County used to be a leader. That's not true today. Montgomery County never changed its recession-era policies following 2008, when we lowered school spending because of the lack of resources caused by the recession. We didn't go back to previous spending after that ended. Now we're in a position where we need to dramatically increase the MCPS budget to help elevate teacher and school staff pay. This is important so that we can recruit and retain the best employees to help give our students the best chances of success. I was asked by someone at a forum, how does the school issue impact adults who don't have children in schools? This impacts people who don't have children in school because the more our school system struggles and the more those struggles are reflected in people's perception of the quality of the schools, then the more likely it is to have a negative impact on home prices. I lived in Tacoma Park during its unification, and I saw firsthand how much an impact it had on being in the right school system in terms of home values. Everything in the city was the same for all residents except for where their kids went to school. And where you went to school had a real impact on property values. When we properly invest in our school system, the schools improve. When the schools improve, businesses move here, residents move here, property values increase, jobs are created, and in return for all this, it brings money into the county. Everyone in this county has a stake in having a good school system, but no one more than our children. If they fail, we fail. Montgomery County has won a very competitive grant that will enable the county to boost its work helping to end homelessness. This week, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development announced the latest set of communities to benefit from federal assistance and housing vouchers to address homelessness. Montgomery County was the only municipality in Maryland to receive an award. It will receive close to $5 million and 30 vouchers intended to help individuals in emergency situations find immediate housing. This is very significant. This grant money and the vouchers will go a long way toward helping us reach our goal of ending homelessness in our county. Earlier this month, the county committed to its goal by 2025 by launching a Zero for All campaign with Bethesda Cares as the co-chair of the campaign. This grant is building off our increased efforts to serve our homeless individuals. When I took office, Montgomery County did not have a shelter open year-round. Only during the winter months did we house our homeless. Now we have a permanent shelter we opened last year that houses close to 200 individuals every day of the year. Additionally, we support several programs under the umbrella of Services to End and Prevent Homelessness in our Health and Human Services Department. These dedicated employees and contractors work toward the common goal of allowing everyone access to affordable housing and opportunities to improve their quality of life. Recently, the county began partnering in the Built for Zero, an international movement of more than 100 communities working to end homelessness in a measurable and equitable way. And I'm pleased to announce that Christine Hong was confirmed by the County Council last week to become the Chief of the Services to End and Prevent Homelessness. For over 17 years, she's worked with Interfaith Works, a nonprofit organization that provides emergency shelter, supportive housing, essential needs, and employment programs to over 35,000 Montgomery County residents each year. I'm happy to welcome her to the Montgomery County government, and her expertise in this important issue will bring more help to the work we do. Those that are homeless are not nameless, not without families, not without hope. They are human beings who need help. And I ask you to help us, help them by donating your time, money, clothes, or goods to these neighbors in need. It's common to hear us talk about the diversity of this county and how it not only enriches this community, but is a key attractive characteristic on why residents and businesses choose to move here. This week, WalletHub published its 2023 list of most diverse cities in the U.S., and Gaithersburg, Germantown, and Silver Spring ranked 1, 2, and 3 nationally, and Rockville was 13th. I was able to witness firsthand how important it is being the most diverse jurisdiction and the most diverse state in the nation when I was on a recent trip to Taiwan. By having communities in the United States from nearly every part of the world, we're instantly connected to the global marketplace. I was amazed by how many people I met there went to school in Maryland or at one point worked here in Montgomery County. This is a competitive advantage few other jurisdictions have throughout our nation. We need to continue to own this, communicate it, and sell it for our economic benefit and positive growth. Congratulations to Germantown, Gaithersburg, Silver Spring, and Rockville for their recognition once again and showing the nation that people from different cultures, backgrounds, religions, and ethnicities can create dynamic and thriving communities here in Montgomery County. This Tuesday, the world remembered the 6 million Jewish people killed in the Holocaust. Yom HaShoah also honors those who survived one of the most horrific, hateful periods of time our world has ever seen. I was asked by the Jewish Community Relations Council to read some of the names of the victims for Holocaust Remembrance Day. It's something they asked children in our area and leaders from across the DMV to participate in. Learning about the Holocaust is essential for our children to learn and understand. For many young people, it's the first time they're faced with the darkness we can find in the world and how quickly hate can spread like wildfire and do unimaginable damage. We've seen that hate catch fire across the United States over the last 8 years or so. It's nothing like it was when I was growing up, but I'm appalled at some of the things people have nerve to be longing for, like the days of being able to hang people. We're in a dangerous place when people start thinking like that. At every vigil and meeting I attend in response to hate, I'm proud to see members of the faith community there. It reminds me that there are more people opposed to hate than those who are perpetrating it. I believe our community will continue to decry hateful messages, whether they're found in school, spray painted along trails and bus stops, or left on driveways in the early hours of the morning. We must say loudly that hate has no place here in Montgomery County. I also want to acknowledge that this week is the end of Ramadan with the celebration of Eid. I've been fortunate to help celebrate Ramadan with several groups over the last 30 days. I enjoyed attending all these celebrations and shared my appreciation for all the Muslim community does throughout our county. Eid Mubarak to those of you who are celebrating, and here's wishing you and your family peace, harmony, and happiness, good health, and prosperity on the end of the occasion of Eid. On Tuesday, we learned that older Americans and those with weakened immune systems are now eligible for another COVID-19 booster shot. The Food and Drug Administration authorized a second bivalent booster for adults 65 and up and people who are immunocompromised. For older adults, the second booster is recommended at least 4 months after a previous one. Those with weakened immune systems may need a new booster shot every 2 months. For younger, healthier people, new boosters are not yet needed, said the agency. The FDA promised an updated recommendation for most adults and children early this summer. If you've been holding out and haven't received an initial dose of our original vaccine regimen, that's no longer necessary. The FDA has authorized the use of the updated boosters as a starting point for those seeking a vaccine. The changes await approval from the CDC. In Montgomery County, our case counts and hospital numbers continue to fall. Our community level status remains low. On Tuesday, no ICU beds in any of our 7 regional hospitals were being used by COVID-19 patients. Let's hope we can continue to see fewer people visit the hospital with COVID, but we must remember to stay vigilant in protecting ourselves and our families from the virus. Thank you again for listening. I hope you have a great week, and I'll be back again next week.